Hi, David. What do you got?
Well, it's about this boy who broke his sister's record, and it's the third record he broke this week. And the scene takes place now, and the sister is about to call the boy to find out what happened.
Okay, are you the boy?
Yes.
Okay, and we have a sister here, too.
David.
Yes?
David, I'd like to speak to you right now.
Oh, I know what you're going to speak to me about.
What am I going to speak to you about, David?
Well, yeah, Bob called last night. I forgot to tell you.
No, that's not what I'm going to speak to you about, David.
No?
David, what were you doing in my room last night, David?
What room?
My room, the one that has the phonograph and the records in it, David.
Oh, that room.
That room,
yeah.
David.
Oh, you mean the one you sleep in?
Right, David.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, David.
Oh, well, I
You were what, David?
had to borrow a record.
David, I don't mind you borrowing records. It's breaking records that I don't mind, David.
Well,
David, you promised me you'd stay out of my room.
I can't help it.
What do you mean you can't help it? You're overtaken by some power?
Yeah, you see, it's this thing in me. I'm a tiger at heart, you know?
David, you and your science fiction, David.
Oh, gosh.
What do you mean, gosh? Gosh, it cost me money to buy those records.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll pay you for it.
I'll take it.
I need to take that seriously.
Thank you, David. Thanks, David.
About a bald man. I'll let him explain it to you. Here he is. Michael?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Michael.
Hi. Hey, this is my radio show, right?
Yes?
Right.
You're all fired.
Oh, terrific.
Wow, take over, man. It's all yours.
Right. Okay, here's my seat. Oh, by the way, David was my friend.
Who was your friend?
Danny.
Not according to him.
Oh, you're fired, too. Okay. Now, this story is about a bald man who buys a toupee. Now, he goes outside to take a walk, and he gets arrested because he looks like a man who has escaped from jail. Now, when he tries to take the toupee off to prove he's not the man, it won't come off.
Okay.
I'm going to play the policeman, by the way.
Okay.
Fine.
Hey, Leonard. You wearing a toupee?
Yeah, isn't
Hey.
it look great?
Sure, it doesn't look like a toupee. You can't even tell.
Ah, that thing is set in there by George. It just will never come off accidentally.
Hey, you.
Who,
You,
who,
you.
who, me?
Yeah, go against the wall.
What's the meaning?
Let me see your identification. Don't move your hands.
How can I give you identification? Who are you?
I'm a policeman. I'm a plainclothesman. Now, go against the wall.
Well, what's this all about, please?
Will you sharpen to see identification? Mark 12. That's your name?
No. My name is Max Frank.
Yeah, a guy named Mark 12 just escaped from the jail. You look exactly like him.
I've never been in jail in my life.
Oh, yeah, that's what they all say.
But
Please, you take him down to the police station.
Hey, Sarge, I got Mark 12 here, the guy who escaped from jail.
He does not. This is.
Stop. Now,
Did you advise him of his constitutional rights?
Yeah, I advised him.
All right. Now, you know that if you want to make a statement, you can. You can make it in front of a lawyer without the benefit of counsel. Are you aware of your constitutional rights?
I'm damn well I'm aware of my constitutional rights, and I think this is...
I just didn't rest.
Yeah. Would you like to make a statement?
I make a statement that I had never been anywhere near jail. I am not this individual you're accusing me of, and this is an outrage.
Sure, Charles.
Show him the picture. Show him the picture.
Yeah.
There. Look. Now, would you still deny that is not you?
Of course I will deny this is not me. How could that have been me? When was that taken?
About 4 years ago.
4 years ago, I didn't even look like that. I was blind as a...
Did you perform the most worst crime in history? Trick-or-treating without a license?
I wouldn't do a thing like that. I'm a law-abiding citizen. George, I am a respected member of the community. I will not stand for this.
Look, I just want to assure you that if you are not guilty, you have nothing to be afraid of. However, if you will look at this picture, you will see that this is you, in fact.
It is not I, in
You
fact.
have the same gray stripe here, right over here, over your temples.
Great?
And the same
This gray-
exact crop of hair as this picture.
I'll show you the bill of sale for this gray striped hair that I have, for heaven's sake.
What are you saying?
This isn't my hair.
You saying that's a toupee?
Of course.
Remove it.
What do you mean remove it?
Remove the toupee.
Well,
Yeah, toupee,
can't-
huh?
No, but this is a new process that they put on
we
here.
know. You'll be denying this all the way into the big house.
There's no
Sure.
such thing. Let me see a lawyer. Let me.
Never.
Belli, where are you when we need you?
And so let's take Eddie. Good evening, Eddie.
Good evening.
Hi.
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 Your move, Ed. Yeah.
Well, hi.
You're on.
Hi.
Great tonight, you know that?
Okay.
It's looking great. Well, hi, thanks for calling.
Oh, sure. we listen to you every week, Ed.
Yeah, you got a scene for us?
Sure. I have a scene. It's a scene about this. Pardon?
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. It's well, not yet. It's going to be fantastic.
This
Wait
one's
till you
a
hear this
troublemaker.
scene. All right. There's this guy in a car, right? And he doesn't have a registration or a license or anything, right? Or anything. And he's 16 years old, right? And he's driving down the street, and he gets stopped by a policeman, and he's got to try to talk his way out, okay?
Oh, thank you, Robert Lipton.
Okay, kid. Let's see your license and your registration.
I don't got it.
You don't got it? What kind of English is that? How old are you?
16.
16. You don't have any license or registration?
No.
And is this your car?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've just totaled it into my car, right? Right? You're in big trouble, son. You prepared to go to jail? What's your name?
Eddie.
Eddie what?
Ben Menachem.
Eddie Ben Menachem. What's your phone number, Eddie? We got to call your parents.
BO35754.
Oh, yeah? Eddie, I hope you know you're in a lot of trouble, son.
So why? What did I do?
Well, you're driving a car, you don't have the registration, you don't have the license, you just totaled the car into my car. I would say that's trouble for you, kid. 16 years old, you're really doing well. I can't imagine what you're going to be like in 10 years. Freeze.
Freeze, it's 10 years later.
All right, pull it over there. You, pull it over. Okay, kid, out of the truck, out of the car.
What did I do?
Right? What? You must be kidding. You're going one way down a wrong way street. You've passed a red light and you're going 60 miles an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone. Let me see your license.
Oh, I really didn't see the one way.
Wait a minute.
What?
Ben Eddie Nachum. Eddie Ben Nachum. You punk. You certainly grew up to be exactly as I expected.
What? What
Yeah,
are you talking
I
about?
picked you up 10 years ago for totaling my car, and here you are again doing a similar thing. Don't you ever learn?
Oh,
Freeze, it's
right.
10 years
What a
later.
little cop that arrested you before.
Oh, forget it, Eddie. Forget it.
Just keep going.
Okay. Thanks, Eddie. This is 595. Is it the Michael?
Michael is on the line, and he's got a story about a fast-talking salesman in a hot TV set. But I'll let him explain it to you. Good evening, Michael. How are you?
Hi, Michael. Good evening,
Bob
Mike.
was really glad to hear me when I called up.
He was. Well, we were glad to hear you, too.
When I called up, I told Bob where I was. He went, oh.
Well, you're our first call.
Okay, and for being our first caller of the evening, we have for you a year's supply of lint. Lint from the pickings of a typical Broadway audience. All right.
Okay, just send Penny over to my apartment tonight.
Right.
Michael.
Okay, Mike, what do you got for us?
This story is about a fast-talking salesman who sells this couple a cold TV set. And when the couple get home, they are arrested because it's a hot TV set. And I'll play the salesman.
Okay.
Okay.
We'd like to see something in a color TV set, you know.
What?
Oh, remote control, too, please.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Look, I got just the thing for you. Just came in today. Look at this TV.
Oh,
Hands off that. Now.
that's a nice-looking TV.
Yes. Yeah, just look at that color. Watch, I'll turn it on for you. Okay, see, enough good. Now, this color TV set is a Zenith.
Oh, I'm sure that's much too much money for
Zenith
us.
that's the best TV set
Oh,
going.
honey, we can't
How
afford.
much money do you have on you?
Oh, honey, let's count it. We're just a minute. Let's look, honey.
Let's see, 10, 20,
Oh, here, I have
30,
$5.
40,
$45 is all we have.
$45.
Buy me a chance. This TV set is $45.
Oh, honey.
What is it? You're kidding. It's a special or something today?
Honey, I bet it's from a
Special.
stolen
Just right
thing.
for the suckers. I mean you.
Wow,
And,
that's terrific. Does it work?
Does it work?
Turn it on.
Okay, wait a minute. See it? Good. Huh?
I didn't see any color.
Well, I did.
What happened to it?
Is there a guarantee on this?
Of course, my personal guarantee. If this TV set is out of order within 90 days, you're stuck with it.
Freeze,
is it-
we're back home.
Boy, isn't it great?
Oh, honey, it's nice to have a TV last. I missed since that last one got ripped off. I missed it.
I love to sit here and... will you get the door, honey?
Sure, just a
I
minute.
love this remote thing.
Who is it? Who is it?
Police, open up, please.
The police.
It's the police. Will you open up, please?
Oh, sure, honey. You want to get something on?
Yeah, just a minute, yeah.
Just a minute. Just a second.
Officer,
Will you please
yes,
open up? I have a
officer.
warrant here. I'm going to kick the door in if you don't
No,
open
sir,
the door.
officer, I'll open the door. Sir, I'm sure you must
What's
have
this
the
all
wrong
about?
number.
You must have the wrong apartment or something.
No, I don't think I have the wrong apartment. It's a Zenith Color TV set, isn't it?
Well, yes, we just bought it. Did you want to watch
you
it?
just bought it, did you? And how much did you pay for that Zenith Color TV set?
Honey?
$45.
$45 for a $400 color TV set. I'm
Well, I
afraid
thought-
you have a lot of talking to do downtown.
I thought something was funny about that, but
Did you? Well, it's going to get funnier. In fact, it's going to be hysterical.
we didn't know it was stolen.
You're entitled to call your lawyer. Would you like to make a statement now, or do you have the right to remain silent? Anything you say may be used against you. This is the responsive scene, and this is what we do for a living. It's hard to believe.
This is a living.
Not quite a living.
Okay, we'll be right back after a word from the important people in the world.
Television has two marshals. One is Dillon, the other McLuhan. Marshal McLuhan says the medium is the message. I don't agree. I'm author Albert. I think McLuhan goes too far. He'd do better to say the medium shapes the message. And it certainly does. That's why I do a program called Inside Media every Thursday at 9 p.m., a program that explores just how the medium shapes the message. We talk with reporters, producers, anchormen, and you. That's Inside Media, Thursdays at 9 p.m. here on WRVR.
This is the responsive scene at 595-8900. And I'd like to do a demonstration of how exactly we do this. A couple of weeks ago, we introduced you to a character, an average American man.
Who... Well, I'm going to let David explain it himself, because it's a little complicated. So I'll let David set the scene for you. Good evening, Dave. Good evening, David.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, hi.
You're on.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Jerome, can you do me a favor?
Anything, David.
Anyway, one of my friends don't believe that I'm on radio. So would you yell out to the listening audience, David Hassan is on radio?
I don't know if I'm allowed to repeat that on the air. David Hassan is on the radio. Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah.
I can't say that on the air.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I have a message to Michael. I know you're listening. So if the cops catch you with a hot TV set, eat your heart out.
That's very kind of you, David.
See, I know.
It would be cheaper to use an 8-cent stamp to write that to him, wouldn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
All right. Do you have a scene for us?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
This story is about a man named Charlie who told his friends that he's going to be on TV tonight.
Uh-huh.
But they don't believe him.
Uh-huh.
So when he finally convinces them that he's going to be on, they sit in front of the set, and suddenly a special report breaks in the middle of the program, and the Republican convention is on. And we're going to act that whole thing out.
Okay, but you better act it out quickly because we're liable to get arrested for plagiarizing All in the Family. But go ahead anyway.
All right, ready? Okay. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen. Tonight I'm on TV.
Oh, you're kidding me, man.
Come on, you ain't on TV.
Yeah.
I'm on TV tonight.
Oh, sure
You
you
on
are.
TV? What the hell are you going to do on TV, man?
Come on, really, I'm on TV. Listen, I know about all those other times when I told you and it never worked out, but this time I'm really on TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Freeze, you're watching the set.
Okay, you're supposed to be on this channel, right?
Right, this channel right here.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, let's tune it in. And then when are you going to be on?
Well, it's just a couple of minutes. Just wait a minute.
Okay.
We interrupt this program for the following special presentation.
What's happening?
It's a special presentation, isn't it you?
Is Charlie running for president?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you on this?
I would like to speak to you tonight about the state of Affairs.
Wait a minute, that's the president of the State of Affairs.
Oh, Charlie, you
of
did it
Affairs.
again.
Ah, come on, we never...
Oh,
Charlie,
Charlie.
forget it, will ya?
Forget it, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie, we'll believe you next
Sure,
time.
next year.
Oh,
And
Charlie.
furthermore, I'd like to make one thing perfectly clear.
Hey, you guys can't do this to me.
Sister with him on the phone, and they're going to play dating game with Jerome. And Jerome is going to be bachelor number 1, 2, and 3. So let's go to Eddie. Good evening, Eddie. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Say something else.
Welcome, Eddie.
Hello, Jerome.
Yeah.
Listen, you heard what we're going to do already.
Yeah, I'm afraid already.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, don't be. Don't be nervous.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah.
we're ready. Going to be back in number 1, 2, and 3.
Gotcha.
Proud?
You're on.
Okay. Okay, now we have Susie, who's going to be asking the questions in the soundproof room. Before we start, let's ask the bachelors to say hello.
Hey, hello, Susie. Susie, when I get you tonight...
Susie, you're my friend forever.
Okay, Susie, let's ask the questions.
That's number 2. What would you do if we're supposed to get married, but on that day I went to a museum?
Susie, if you and I went to the museum, we could paint the most beautiful picture together. They'd put a frame around us and hang us up in the loo.
Okay, Susie, let's hear the next question.
That's number 3.
Yes,
What
Susie.
would you do if I'm supposed to go on a date with you, but I went with another man?
Susie, I would challenge that other man, and I will use any weapon at my command. I am a champion in foils. I am an ex-champion in sables, and I am going to be a champion in a Ford Pinto.
Okay, Susie, the last question.
That's number 1.
Yeah, man, what's happening, Sue?
What would you do?
Whoa, far out. What are you smoking, Sue?
If I hug you.
If you hug me, man, well, I'll just play like a passive cat, you know. And I'll let you, like, hug me, like, the whole way, man. Like, you start at my ears, you know. You could hug my ears one at a time. And then, man, like, you can get to my neck and hug my neck one at a time. And, like, you can hug my hunch, man. I got these 2 hunches on my back. You can hug each one at a time, Sue. I think you and I are the perfect mate for each other, Sue.
Okay, Susie, you have the answers. You have a minute to decide which bachelor will it be. Okay, a minute.
Choose me. Yeah. Susie.
Which bachelor will it
Susie,
be?
you will never go wrong. Choose me, Susie.
Susie? Susie?
Bachelor number 1.
I had a hunch to choose me.
Every day now, never meaning what they say now, never saying what they mean.
We'll say good evening, David.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, it's David.
Hi, David.
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good.
All right, what do you got for us this week?
Well, first of all, I want to know, have you been wondering why Michael hasn't called?
That's been keeping me awake week after week.
Yeah. Well, listen, he's got a real story lined up for you next week. It's going to be really good. Okay, he just wants you to sit this one out and just listen.
Okay.
Okay?
How about you? What do you got for us?
From Michael to you. Okay?
Yes.
Now, do you remember when Michael gave that skit about the hot TV set?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, I'm going to continue that. It's about that same crook who sold the hot TV set, and he trips over the same people's property, and he wants to sue them now. And they recognize him, and they get into a whole thing, you know.
Okay.
All
Which
right?
are you?
I'll be the crook,
Okay.
okay?
Who is that?
Hey,
Hey, hold it. Wait a second. I recognize you.
How do you know who that is?
No.
That's that same guy who sold us that TV set last week.
It is. You're that set. Do you know what kind of trouble you got us in with that TV set?
oh,
Do you know a policeman came by and tried to arrest us because of that
I'm
TV
suing you
set?
for personal damage here.
What do you mean you're suing us?
I don't know. I might have broken a leg or something.
What are you doing in my apartment?
Now, wait a minute here. I might have broken a leg, and I could have... Yeah, I'm
If
suing
you're
you.
not careful, my husband's going to break your leg.
Wait, I want to know how you got into this. Did you give him a key?
Did I give him a key?
What are you doing in my apartment?
Well, never mind about that. The fact is, I broke my leg.
Illegal entry. I've heard that term. We can sue him for that.
Breaking an entry. He's got a broken leg.
Broken leg is true. Breaking. That's it. Breaking and entering.
All right, wait a minute. Let's wait a minute. I don't want to get sued. This is not right. Wait a second. Here. Oh no.
Who is it?
I don't think we have to ask. Who is it?
There's an awful lot of noise going on in there. I've received a complaint while walking by the house. This is the police. Would you open the door, please?
Okay, you handle this. I'm getting under the bed.
Officer, this man has illegally entered my apartment. And
What man?
I tripped. I broke my leg.
Well, you seem to be walking around, sir. Your leg doesn't seem to be broken at all.
Not only that, but he is the same guy who sold us a TV set last week, for which I was later arrested because it was a stolen TV set.
Oh, now I remember you. Bye.
Just a minute. Come back here. What kind of a TV set was that?
It was a 21-inch color TV set.
Yes. Yes.
A Philco?
Yeah, of course.
I bought a 21-inch Philco television set from this very same person.
Huh? Not you. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Goodbye. This is the responsive scene at 595-8900. Bob?
Good evening, Eddie.
Hi.
Hello, Eddie.
How you doing?
Right.
Listen, I got a scene.
Okay.
Listen, 2 cars crash, but the person from one car leaves. But just as the person from the other car is gaining consciousness, somebody walks into the other car, which the real owner left. While this is happening, a policeman is coming by.
Okay, are you in one of these cars?
Yeah, I'll be the person that just walked into the other car.
I gotta get out of here, man. I was at...
Oh.
Hey, what's over there? I think I'll walk into the car, see what's there.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, hey.
I beg your pardon. Are you the gentleman that's in this car? This is your car, I take it?
No, this is not my car.
Well, you're certainly sitting in it. It certainly seems like it's your car. You are responsible for this crash. There's a man lying on the pavement over there. He's practically dead. I would like to put you into these handcuffs. So? Now, I want you to stay here while I tend to that other man.
Listen, I was just walking by, and I
Freeze.
see the car.
Freeze,
I
you're down...
into the car.
Eddie.
What?
Freeze. You're taken down to the police station and you're being booked.
All right, what's the charges? Yes, well, Sergeant, this man was in an automobile. He was sitting behind the car of the automobile, and the automobile crashed into another automobile, and we have just taken the driver of the other automobile to the hospital.
What's your name, Eddie?
Hold it. I didn't drive the car. I was walking by like a normal person walks. I seen the car crash.
Yeah, Eddie, I've heard that story before. What's your last name, Eddie?
Jones.
Jones. Eddie Jones, you got a license and registration for that vehicle?
No.
Book him for unlicensed registration.
Hold it. You gotta listen to me. I was walking down normally like any person walks down a block. Now I saw the crash, and I went down to see if I could help. Now I come in, nobody's in the car.
You forgot to pull the emergency brake on your car. It went down the hill by itself.
I think you're absolutely right, Sergeant. What we should do is lock this boy up until we trace the ownership of the other car.
Patrolman Jones, did you tell him his rights?
Holy cow.
Okay, Eddie?
Yeah?
Freeze. Let's take it one step further. You're speaking to your mother and trying to explain this to her.
Okay. Listen, Ma?
Yes, Eddie.
I don't know what happened. I was walking down a block. You told me to go to the store to buy you some bread.
I asked you to go to the store and buy me some bread, Eddie.
So I was walking down the block, and all of a sudden, I see 2 cars crashing.
You see what, Eddie? Eddie, I can't hear you. What'd you see, Eddie?
I saw 2 cars crashing.
Oh.
So remember I learned first aid?
Yeah,
So
Eddie.
I went by to see if I could help.
Eddie, what happened? Give me the whole thing. Give it to me quick, Eddie.
That's the whole thing. I saw the 2 cars
So where's
crash.
the bread, Eddie?
What?
Where's the bread I sent you to buy?
I wanted
What'd you do
to
with the
help
money? Eddie?
What?
Eddie, where's the money? Where's the bread?
Here it is.
Freeze. I'd like to hear something from the injured party in the accident.
Oh. All right, this is the responsive scene. Where's get to our first call?
Yes, Jerome, we can get to our first call, and our first call of the evening is going to be David and Michael, and so on 00, so let's take them. David and Michael, good evening.
Hello. Yeah, me too. Boo-hoo.
I'm crying because I'm not going to be on radio anymore.
Yeah.
What about you? I'll be on MCA. But for real, we miss you. We'll really miss you.
Yeah, we're going to miss you too, but maybe, if people write in and send us letters and say, hey, don't go off the air, maybe that'll help. I don't know.
And also, we need your names for when we go on the air again. We want to be able to tell you where we're at, so write to us.
Send us a bulletin if you're going to be on the air, so we'll be able to listen to you.
Of course.
Of course. Do you have a scene that you'd like to play for us one last time?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, this scene is about these two guys who are bored and they want to do something. So they decide to put together the guy's new ping pong table. And they break it. And then the mother comes in.
Okay, you guys going to do it?
Yeah.
All right, we got a mother here for you.
Okay, really good. Hey, Dave.
And Michael and David, turn your radio down also. We're getting some feedback, okay?
How's that?
Good.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, what do you want to do?
I don't know, Mike.
Hey, how about your new ping pong table?
What about it?
Want to put it together?
It's heavy.
Yeah. Don't worry. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Okay, come on, put it down.
You broke it.
I didn't break it.
You broke it.
David.
Michael?
No.
Michael?
David, somebody's coming in.
David?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hi.
What are you guys doing down there?
Nothing. Nothing.
I'm going to come down there. What are you doing?
Nothing. Stand there,
We'll play Monopoly. Be quiet. We're in the...
What did you drop?
Nothing, boss.
Michael, I don't like the sound of them coming down right this minute. Oh, wonderful.
Heavy. Pointing. Hi.
All right, now, how did that happen?
Well, you see, we were gonna... It dropped, you see. He dropped it. He did it. No.
All right. Boys, stop it. Stop it. I don't like that squabbling. Can you put it back together again?
We might be able to.
Well, let me see.
Mike, go upstairs and get some screwdriver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes?
David? David?
I got 3 screwdrivers.
Yeah. I got a couple of nails.
Oh, good. Let's see if we can do it.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to do it, Dave.
How's that?
Okay, freeze. It's like an hour later, and they put the thing together, and it's all messed up. It's all backwards and everything.
Ta-da! How you like that? Ta-da!
Ta-da!
That's so hard. You did a lousy job.
David, that's a man. Look, David, me and you to get with
All right, David, listen. Listen, we have a problem now.
What?
We have a broken ping pong table.
Yeah.
We cannot afford to buy another ping pong table.
Definitely not.
Good. What are we going to do about replacing that ping pong table?
Well, we can split it in half and make skis out of it.
No, hey, listen, I got an idea. How about if Michael pays for it?
Somebody's calling for me, Dave. I gotta go. All right. Bye, Dave.
That's a friend. He leaves me flat.
Yeah, Dave. Oh, you still owe me 25 cents anyway.
Freeze, it's 2 days later and you've got the ping pong table all fixed and you're playing ping pong.
Hey, Dave, it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, this is great.
Remember 2 days ago when it broke?
Wow. Oh, not again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave, quick.
Michael, David.
And as they say, the rest is history.